Hitman.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Skrilla the Hitman, back with another episode of Step Into My Office. And today, we got a very special guest with us. One of my favorite upcoming Miami artists. You may know him from his viral sensation smash hit, I Wanna Spend My Life with Somebody Like You. All the way from Opalaka, my dog, the one and only Bushy B. What's happening, my brother?
You already, man. Thank y'all for having me. I stepped into the office, you know.
Well, thank you for coming, my brother. Well, like I always tell my guests, it's a pleasure to have you here, and in particular with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to thank you for your time.
For sure.
Time is priceless. We can get material back, we can get money back, but time is something that we have to take precious. And I thank you for sharing your time with me and my audience, my brother. So what's going on with you, man? What you got going on? How you feeling, baby?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling great, man. You know, I'm grinding, I'm working, same old.
Hey, boy, I see this motion just started, what it was, last year? The buzzes started, like, jumping all over the place. Like, numbers started going through the roof. Reality like a mud, huh?
Yeah, it's going up, man. Definitely, is the hard work paying off.
That's real. That's real.
Sure, man. We put in a lot of work, and we starting to see it now.
That's real. See, everybody know about you down here, but the world recently found out about you. But before we get to that, I want to take them to the beginning. Let's start it. So I told everybody from Opalaka, but go ahead, rep your hood. Tell everybody where you from.
Yeah, man, I'm from originally from Opalaka. I grew up between Opalaka and Carrot City. You know, my dad was from Carrot City. My mom was in Opalaka. Okay. You know, the Back Blues to be exact. Okay. You know, but I always, besides middle school, I always went to school in Carrot City. Middle school, I went to North Dade, man. Shout out North Dade.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out North Dade. So you was over North Dade. That's up in, that's 207, right?
That's by Bunch Park.
Bunch Park. Okay. Bunch Park. Okay, I'm thinking of North County or something
Shout
like that.
out Bunch Park.
Shout out Bunch Park. Okay, all them boys out there. How did you get into the music? You know, you grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Most people who grew up in Opalaka, Carrot City, they play ball. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Or they do something else in the streets or something. But, you know, very few of us chose to do music. So what got you on this music path?
Man, I just love music. I always love music, you know.
So it wasn't like a family member, nothing? It just was like innate?
There's a little bit of everything, you know. Growing up in the household, my family always played music. Like, that's a big thing, from R&B to rap. And then especially church, you know. I used to sing in church. My granddad used to sing in church. I done tried to play every instrument in church before. I do it for like a month and stop. But, you know, I just love music. That was my thing.
So you were musically inclined. You just couldn't get the skill level. You ain't never really take no lessons or nothing.
It's nothing really stuck with me. To this day, I still be messing around with like the keys and stuff, but it ain't never really stick with me. But always my voice was always my instrument.
Okay, see, a lot of people don't know this about you. You record yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're your own engineer. Would you say that that's where that come from? Being hands-on, like that, the keys didn't stick, or the drums and the instruments didn't stick, but engineering stuck for you? I
just always, I kind of knew what sound I wanted all the time, and I always wanted to keep evolving it. And then when I worked with in the beginning stages, working with engineers, it was just a template there, how you sound like everybody.
True, I do that. I do that shit right now.
It's like little things that I do to myself that I knew other people wouldn't get if I explained it. So I just perfected that for myself.
Oh, okay. So you know how you want to sound.
Yeah.
You ain't like, hey man, I got you, I'm gonna mix your shit. You just like, nah, I can give you that Bushy B.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, let me do me, man. But I love working with engineers still to this day because it's stuff that I can learn from them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you started doing music by, you know, like you said, in church and stuff like that. Was it anything in particular that got you into hip hop? Like, who were you listening to, some of your music influences that made you say, I want to sound like this person? Or I think he doing it fly, I'm going to be like this mother.
Man, you know, Miami, man, we grew up listening to everything. You know, like I said, in my household, they played certain stuff, so I got introduced to, like, the Trick Daddies, the Tupacs, Scarface. But then as I got older, I started listening to Wayne, you know, Dipset. But I also was on my R&B tip, man. I was listening to Usher, Chris Brown, sneaking in some R. Kelly.
Okay. Oh yeah, R. Kelly's still the GOAT.
And Jodeci, like little stuff like that. So I had my palette of music, but then I started listening to different genres. I started listening to reggae. I started listening to dancehall. I started listening to reggaeton, like Spanish music. So
right, because down here's a melting pot.
I like I just like the sounds.
Okay.
I like the instruments and I like the sounds they say stuff in, the twang they put on their voice. So I just put all that. My music a melting pot.
It is. It definitely is. Cause we gonna get to that in 1 second. Cause I'm like, when you come in the studio, like when I first met you, I was like, he gonna just rap like everybody. But then when you started laying the vocals on you, I was like, cause we met back in Baby Soldier Days. This was like 2018, 2017. So it was long. So I'm like, I was expecting you to do what was coming. Man, you came in there and sauced it up. I say, Freezy, we ain't signing nobody else. We ain't got no more deals. We ain't got nothing on the table. But yeah, so you do got that melting pot. You can hear the influence. Like before we started offline, I told you represent Miami. I sincerely mean that. Like you represent Miami. The sound when we say, well, not we say. People say Miami don't got a sound. So I've heard people say, oh, Miami got some. No, we do have a sound. You embody the sound from top to bottom. Your sound could have existed in Uncle Luke era. It could have existed in the Trick era, the Rick Ross Flo Rida era, and the era it did exist in. And now it can exist in every stage of Miami because it is the essence of Miami music.
I appreciate
That's
that,
real.
Man.
It's the melting pot. So when you went reggae and all that stuff, what made you start putting that into your music? Was it the twang like you said? Did you try to emulate some of that stuff?
Man, it was just I like to have a good time. I know music makes you move.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
and
real.
a lot of their music, see, I don't be wanting to give them my sauce.
No, give them the sauce. See, hey, you know why I give them the sauce?
Yeah.
Because I could give you the sauce. You still can't do it.
You feel me?
You still can't be
But,
Bushy.
if you really listen to a lot of my music, I rap about real stuff on top of fun beats.
That's
You know
real.
what I'm saying? It's beats that make you move, but I'm saying the story.
You really are.
Like, Andre 3000 said that one time, like, y'all just want to dance. But they ain't really listening to the lyrics. So I took that and made it a positive. Like, I'm going to tell y'all real stuff on top of these dance
Party beats, dance beats,
You know what I'm saying?
And that works out very well.
And it feel good.
It do. Like Somebody Like You. I love that record. But let me not zoom up there. So what was your first project? You started doing music. Did you start out in a group? Did you start out independent? Did you start freestyling in school? Like, what was your actual first step?
My first step, man, I was rapping on my desktop computer, putting it out on MySpace.
Really?
I wasn't telling nobody I was rapping. People who follow me, they like, well, I heard your song. Like, that's middle school. Then I get to high school, I kept going.
Okay.
Man, I rapped all the way to about 11th grade, then I stopped.
Okay.
And then I started back when I got to college.
Okay.
And then I met a friend, and I ended up getting introduced to Bird.
Okay.
Like, that's how we got into that whole little world.
Okay, so let's touch, since you mentioned Bird, because that was going to be another question I got to. So you met Berg while you was in college?
Yeah, man. Shout out my boy 43, man. He passed away a couple years ago. He knew I rapped. He loved my music, man. He was like, man, I'm finna introduce you to Bird, because him and him were close friends.
Okay.
And one day I pulled up to the Live House store, and we playing my videos and my music on the TV. Like, I was already shooting and stuff. Like, I was going.
You was doing your thing, yeah.
When he came out the back of the store, he was like, who that is? And I was like, that's me. He like, man, you hard. So we just linked up from there, man. We went out a couple times. He invited me to the studio, and I was just there for years. Like, every day I was going. He gave me the opportunity to use the Live House studio. And
like your home-based studio.
Yeah, and it was like, man, I got quality equipment in here. I'm gonna take advantage, and I wasn't getting charged. I'm like, man, let's go.
Okay, so you wasn't signed under the imprint necessarily. Y'all just was like working together.
I never was contractually signed to Live House, but I always did business with them.
That's
like
real.
They distributed my music. You know, we bust down the bread. You know, it was real. They introduced me to the music business. Like, they introduced me to, like, doing shows, making sure you get your money, putting your stuff on DSPs, making sure you got cover arts. Like, they showed me music structure.
Okay, all the logistics it takes to be a label.
For sure, man.
So, see, what that's called is a joint venture. You weren't trying to get signed. You had a joint venture.
I was studying, man. So I studied Live House Music Group, and then it led me to create Planet Blue Music Group, which is my label now.
Okay.
So I studied. I was a student. I'm still a student, man. I still chop it up with them, and I still get game.
Yeah, man. Shouts out head coach. Shouts out Billion Bird, man.
Love.
It's always love. Okay, so you had your stint with Live House. You work with them. You know what I'm saying? So when did you say, you know what, I'm gonna go venture off and I'm gonna focus on Planet Blue?
Man, in 2022,
Okay.
I dropped a project called Planet Blue. And it was just, that was in that pandemic vibe where it's like, man, the world was crazy, man. I said, man, I'm finna create my own world.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? So
yeah,
I started
okay.
experimenting with different sounds, different music. And at the time, I did the LLC. I went and got all my business right.
You took that time to boss up.
Yeah,
and
I
level up.
sat down for a year and did everything right. I
Okay.
created the business. And from 2022 to now, we've been rocking.
But like you said, you went to school,
Yeah.
you studied when you was up under the live house, you was watching, you was observant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You never been a talkative person. Like you
Nah.
actually sit down and soak up game.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not surprising that you're gonna step out and level up like that. It comes with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And later on, we gonna get to seeing how else we gonna level up in the future. You heard me? So like I
Yeah.
mentioned before, you had this viral you came out in a time, you started doing music in a time when we had physical copies.
Right.
Right? So there was this transition along the history and the timeline.
A little bit. I was on the tail end of that. I ain't
Really? So you ain't come up in the era, like when you started doing music, it wasn't like passing out CDs?
Nah, we had LimeWire. Well, it was burning CDs.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
were burning
okay,
shit. I'm
okay.
saying. So because back
Yeah.
in the time when I came up, if you wanted your song out, we had to put it on a CD.
Yeah. you're
Now,
right.
if you were an artist and you come out, you got to upload it somewhere.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was saying, like, being from one era, coming into this new era,
Okay.
how do you adapt? How did you manage to, like, stay along with the change and the transition?
Man, I feel like being that man, my generation, like, you know, I'm a 90s baby.
Of course, yeah. I'm an 80s baby. I'm older.
A 90s baby, we got that we got introduced to that internet. Like the MySpaces, the Facebooks, the Dat Pips, that came along with us. So we seen outside and internet.
Right.
So it was easy for me to just transition and keep going on with the time and learning because we was forced to do it.
True.
You know what I'm
That's real.
saying? So, you know, I guess I was born at the right time. That's it.
What's some of the differences between the two eras? Like before, when you had to burn your CD, did you prefer doing that?
Man, only thing I could say, because I've been on the road, I was on the road a lot of times with Live House, and we'll print out CDs, and then we'll drop them off in cities.
Okay.
So it was hand to hand. We was meeting people. We was going to stores. We was
Right. I
like
remember
pulling
the
up the
days.
popular functions, and
Right.
you know, people would see you. People take pictures with you. They don't even know you.
Right.
They don't. Why would I buy your music? Why? Like, what's about you that I wanna?
You had to sell yourself back
So
then. Yeah.
that's the difference. Like the internet, it's just so many people.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So,
And so much
even with that,
competition, yeah.
you got to stand out.
True.
Why I want to listen to your music? Why do I want to stream?
Yeah.
Why do I want to watch your videos? So I just learned to like I just be me.
You just you.
I just be me,
You
and
built, you just in Planet Blue. You just gonna do your own world. That's how it's supposed to be.
and when whoever I connect with, that's my tribe, man. If they like what I'm putting out, we gonna ride.
I like that. That's my tribe. See, you know, they got the Barbs and they got the gang. They got the ski. You got the tribe.
That's the tribe.
You got the
man.
tribe like that. I like that. Okay. So I know one thing that's the difference between back then and now is that you have to have like a social media presence. It's like
For sure.
these days you got artists that's up and coming artists, or I won't say call them up and coming, but they're like newly exploded, like they just blew up to the mainstream. So you got artists like Finesse Two Times, and even artists like Sauce Walker, who are not primarily streamers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the biggest source of income is not the music. So seeing that the game is turned into pretty much a dichotomy of, hey man, we gonna try to force these DSPs to give us the billion streams, or we're gonna try to build our own tribe, and you know, whether it's on Twitch or any kind of platform. So what's your thoughts on that? How do you adapt with that?
Man, I love that world, man. It's so many worlds that you can benefit from. There's so many ways you can get some bread out here.
Right.
So that world, I never streamed, but I have been on streams where we made songs and showed people how to record and make it, you know, all that.
So you cool with it?
I'm cool with it. I love it. But me, the way I believe I'm going to, continue to grow, I just want to make my show better. I want to make the quality of my music better. I want to, from even the sound to the how it looked, the videos. Because I want my music to transition into movies. I want to become an actor, so I'm making me better
Okay.
to where I could jump in any world.
Okay.
Sure.
So that sounds like a lot. This was loaded answer right there. So acting is in the future. That's something you really want to do.
For sure, man.
Okay.
For my last project, man, I wrote all the trailers. I wrote all the scripts to them. You know, me and my boy Aaron Jackson picked the locations and he shot them. So it's like, man, I'm studying. I'm still studying, man.
You learning as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I believe in. I be like, man, I don't like sitting there planning all day. We could plan until we blue in the face. I'd rather learn on the job, man.
Sure.
I'd rather fumble, drop a couple times, get back up, try again.
Man, been so many times where we'll do something and the mics wasn't recording. Man,
Hold up, make sure my mic is
or this angle the camera turned off. Like, it's just trial and error. And in the beginning, I used to get mad about it, but now I'm like, okay, I just got to be on point next time.
That's real. So I had somebody to cut you off. But I had a big homie, a mentor of mine, say you got to stop looking at something happen to you and say that happened for you.
For sure.
Like, so that's how we learn. When things happen, we can't be like, damn, why did that happen? That happened for me to learn.
Yeah, it'll never happen again.
It'll never happen again. You heard me?
Yeah.
So we were just talking about physical copies and digital copies. I see you brought me. You mentioned the last album. This is the album before the last album.
I love the game.
He brought me a gift, y'all. You see that? I love the game. So this one. Now let me talk about this for a second. Now back in the day, for anybody who's born in the 90s, you might not even, they used to make these in the 90s. So you might not even know what this looked like. So I'm kind of surprised, not surprised, but I'm kind of impressed that, he want to make sure he keep the art, because that's what make rappers artists. That's what makes singers artists. This is art, you know what I'm saying? So give me a second, hold on. I'm gonna try to open it up for you right quick. You see how this look? You see this? that takes a lot of effort and time. Like record labels, look at here. This the project before this the second to the last project. What's the name of the last project?
The latest one is Lifestyle.
Lifestyle. So this is the one right before Lifestyle. So if you got your Spotify subscription, your YouTube subscription, Apple Music, go check out this one. Cause look at the detail into this. Oh yeah, I got it sick. He signed my copy. Yeah, he signed my copy. He's going right on the wall. He signed my copy. But look at the attention to detail. Like people always wanted to know back in the. I'm happy you brought this because this is like a teaching moment for me. People always wanted to know back in the 90s. Like they used to think that artists were rich and why you get $1 million deal and why you get $1 million budgets, or why artists can't recoup, why it's so hard to recoup. Look at this full booklet. You see this? This is a full booklet. How many pages in this book?
Man, a lot.
This look like about a good.
And this all was self-funded.
This self-funded. This is he's 100% independent. He's an independent artist. Now I'm just trying to show you. Look at this. I'm gonna do a B-roll showing each page so you can see you see that? Look at the art in this. Now imagine he know what the cost is. We ain't got to tell everybody. But just imagine how much, because to sell 1 million copies, you have to make 1 million copies.
For sure.
So imagine how much it costed to go platinum back in 2000s. Back in the 90s, how much it costed to go platinum.
Man, all this is, man, just investing in yourself.
Investing in yourself. Look at this. These are the lyrics. These are the lyrics to the songs. Each track, like this is so impressive. I'm at a loss for words, genuinely, because you don't see this no more. Spotify don't even package like this. Like Apple Music, they don't even give you this much information where you can see the credits, you can see the lyrics, you can see all that just by looking through it. Like you got to search and swipe and type and look and no. This used to be in your hand.
And these limited, like if somebody has one of these. Man, they sitting on bread because I'm never making them again.
This was a limited edition. How many numbers you made? How many units you made?
I don't want to tell them how many, man, because the price keep going up. You got one. You feel me? I sold them at my live show I did, and
these are beautiful. I'm trying not to stuff it in.
Man, I was sending some. People was ordering online. I was sending some to Puerto Rico. I was sending some to Jamaica.
Yes.
Like it's people out there that really just love art. You know what I'm saying?
To the side for a second.
Yeah.
That's international music right there. You say Jamaica, Puerto Rico.
For sure.
That's international. That's what I like about your music. It transcends borders. Like it's not just local music, not just Miami. That's why I made it a point to not call you a local artist.
Yeah.
You're one of my favorite artists from Miami.
Yeah.
It's a difference. You got some people that just gonna be local. It's just what it is. But your sound the Miami music, the Miami sound is a melting pot because there's so many cultures that live here.
Okay.
You got the Oyes, you got the blacks, you got the Haitians, you got all us, you got everybody. So it's so many different so many different nationalities in one melting pot. You draw influence from all these different people and you come up with a unique sound. Right. Like if you ever go to any of our parades, like the Goombay, or you go to the Martin Luther King parade, you can hear all these different sounds in one place. And that's what your album, that's what this sounds like. Man, that's what his music sounds like.
And when you really like pay attention, like to even America, you're going to little spots and everybody's so similar. Like New Orleans, very similar. Mardi Gras is very similar to Junkanoo.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's very true. That's a good point.
So a lot of people, we all the same, man.
There's different locations.
Just a little language difference and location. That's it.
So we were just talking about music business and all that kind of stuff, and the difference between back then and now, and how the effect of the internet has had on the music business. Do you think age still matters? Because back in the day, of artists. Back in the day, they used to be like, oh, you too old, or you got to be 16, or you got to be 18. Oh, he's 20? Oh, perfect age. They used to have the industry age where people would lie. They'll be 30 years old and be like, I'm 21. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, I don't think it really matters. It's a pocket for everybody. And sometimes, the young cats can learn from the older cats can learn from the young cats. It's enough for everybody. It's not an age thing. Back then, I think people just didn't want to invest in certain stuff.
So they use that as an excuse.
So now it's like, if it worked, let's do it. People investing in what they seen work right now.
That's true.
That's it.
That's true. You got labels and companies just blindly throwing money behind whoever they see with 1 million followers.
They just watching numbers.
That's hey, that's what's working. Hey, just flood them.
They never even been around it, never felt the energy it give off. They just looking at the numbers.
Right, and numbers lie. I don't care what people say. Internet numbers lie sometimes. I'm telling you. So now we spoke about I mentioned it earlier, but now I want to get into it. I want to talk about Somebody Like You. Now, originally,
it's called Scared.
It's called Scared?
Yeah.
We call it Somebody Like You.
Everybody out here say
we call it Somebody Like You, but it's Scared.
A lot of people say that.
Okay, so that y'all can make sure y'all find it. It's called Scared by Bushy B.
Yeah.
So, the original version came out when?
2017.
Okay.
On my album W241.
Okay, W241.
Yeah.
Y'all can stream that still. Go ahead, go make sure y'all do that. So it was on W241 2017. When did it go viral on TikTok? So TikTok didn't exist when this song came out?
Nah.
Okay. So when did it go viral on TikTok?
I think it didn't exist, but it went viral in 2025.
If I ain't mistaken, it was invented in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, if I ain't mistaken, I could be wrong because it used to be called CD Music or Music Baby or something like that, and then it turned into TikTok. But yes, it didn't exist until 2020, so to speak. So a song from before it existed, a platform come around, and now it makes the song have life again. How did that feel? How did that even transpire? Like, you woke up one day and saw notifications through the roof? What happened?
Man, I was actually on my lunch break at work.
Okay.
Okay. And we couldn't have our phones in the building, so I ended up going to my car, going to my phone, and I seen my notifications jumping. So I'm like just looking briefly because I gotta hurry up. So it's like I see dancing going on, and then I took like 2 days off of work to get on top of everything. I need to lock in.
Okay.
So I seen, man, it's this kid Mari. He went to New Orleans. Okay. He first made a dance to it, and he was just on TikTok playing around.
Right, what kids do.
And then I reached out to him, and he told me, man, he grew up to that song. Cause the song 7, 8 years old, so he in high school. He probably, when he heard it, he like 10, 11. You get what I'm saying? So he grew up to it, and then it went to like this girl and her little sister from Orlando making a different dance to it.
Oh wow!
Now that was going viral. Then it went to this African girl like reacting to the lyrics, making facial expressions. Then that went viral.
Okay.
And it's still going on. It's this kid right now just cooking.
to it.
And he cooking all type of crazy stuff,
And
man.
that's going viral.
And that's going viral. So the song been going viral like 6, 7 different ways.
Wow.
And it done reached, man, different countries, different continents.
That's beautiful. How does that feel?
Man, it feel great. I feel like it's a blessing.
Yeah.
You know, I thought about it. I was like, man, I feel like it was gonna happen, but the pandemic stopped it. And then soon everything opened back up, it happened.
Yeah,
so
man.
it's just
That's
God's
real.
time.
Yeah, man, it's the perfect timing. Yeah, because what God got for you, can't nobody take it from you.
Yeah,
that's
man.
real. That's real.
It's a
So,
blessing.
so it went viral by just different pieces of user-generated content. Like
Yeah, for
different
sure.
people just
And all over. It's not just TikTok. It was Instagram,
Right.
TikTok, YouTube, Facebook.
Everywhere.
Like just social media, period.
we was getting calls all over from the crib. Man, y'all heard that new Bushy B? New Bushy B? I'm like, I know I heard this song before.
Yeah, man.
But it was sped up. See, down here we speed all our music up. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we do. So did the sped up version take off?
The beat, what's so crazy is the sped up version took off in America.
Okay.
The regular version took off other places.
Ah.
So they both was going at the same time. So I ended up uploading the sped
You
up version
damn
myself.
right. that's business 101. You damn right.
Like,
It's a
let me
demand,
see,
so
yeah,
let me
man.
supply. You right. That's
Yeah,
real.
man, I studied like, what BPM that is? Like, and I put that up. But yeah, man. So both still going at the same time.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So let's talk about like what people always think when they see something go viral.
Yeah.
You got rich off of it? Did you buy a mansion?
Oh man.
Did you get a private jet yet?
Yeah, man. You know, I just came through with the clip frames on. I ain't doing too much, you know, I'm just vibing.
Because
But
I've had guests like Tierra Trinice and guests like you that have viral songs, and then you have some people that say, "Hey man, I don't know where the money at." You have some people that say, "I know the money coming." And you got some people that I'm pretty sure, like you, that low. I gotta work the record. I gotta do what I gotta do to get.
I'm still working. I'm still working the record. Yeah, man, the song did bless me. The song did change my life. It opened doors for
Absolutely.
me. But I never stopped making music.
Yeah, before because it's 7 years old. So in that gap, you still working.
I was getting off from work, going to the studio.
Exactly.
I still was making music. Like I'm on my 10th project right now. So I'm never gonna stop. If it would have happened or not, I knew God got something for me. But it definitely God did bless me. Man.
He threw your bone. He said, "Man, go ahead, keep rolling."
Man, it's for you right here, man.
That's what you've been working for. I already know. I already know. Now I know with that, with success comes a lot of, hey boy, homies want to be homies.
Yeah.
Ladies want to be like, how you love life? You got a girlfriend? Got a wifey?
Yeah, man.
You do?
I got me
Okay.
a girl.
Okay, shouts out to the wifey.
Yeah,
Okay.
shout out to the wifey, man. I'm gonna marry her too.
Okay, hey, you heard it here first. Step into my office. You heard it here first. He gonna marry her.
Yeah, I'm gonna marry her too, man.
Okay. So I be telling people like that's something that we got to work on in our community. We got to start doing family units. You know what I'm saying? We got to start saying, I found somebody. I'm gonna lock in with this person. I'm gonna make sure that we do it right.
Man, we are. Especially down here, man, stuff moves so fast. We done seen so much at a young age, man. It's like, man, how long you gonna be doing that?
That's real.
How long you gonna be playing? So you gotta lock in with somebody that's like equally yoked, as they say, man. Somebody that got the same mind as you, and somebody that motivates you, and somebody that you can motivate.
Absolutely.
So man, love is a beautiful thing.
It is. So making the type of music you make, does not just your relationship, but love in general, does that inspire and drives your music?
Nah, for sure. It definitely even past just a relationship with me and another person, it inspired me to make stuff that my family will love. Like I'm big on like tribe. Like I got a song on my new project called Heart of the Tribe, and it's like me just telling people like how important family is.
Absolutely.
Even though we disagree on things, even though we go through things with each other, family is very important. And spreading love to people that's not even your family can create your tribe.
That's true.
So man, yeah, man, love gonna heal the world, man. It's a lot going on out here, but we gotta have love, man.
That's real talk. That's real talk. So lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So how long did it take you to work on that project?
Man, I was working on lifestyle. About a year and a half. And 2025, I was like wrapping it up.
Okay.
But I definitely took my time with it. It definitely was a fun experience. I went through the whole ups and downs, roller coasters of it. You know, with the song going viral, it did make it easier to work with certain people.
I know that's right. Oh, now you see me.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
now you see the feature. Oh, now you want to respond. Now you see the email. I know how that goes.
It ain't no thing, man. You know.
Yeah, because you too humble for that.
It ain't
I'm
no
going to
thing.
say it. I say it.
It's all good. But yeah, man, Lifestyle definitely one of them projects that's, man, gonna be here for a while.
Yeah.
Like, it's good music on there, man. From the people that I have on there, like I got Flo Rida on there.
Yeah.
I got Deja Loaf on there.
Yeah.
Got Major 9 on there.
Shouts out Major 9.
Kiddo Mall.
Shouts out Kiddo.
Man, I got Tamisia Snell. Man, that's actually, you know, Lifestyle. You know, that's my stepmom, man. She I got her singing on Heart of the Tribe.
Okay.
She definitely a special person.
That's real, man.
Yeah.
That's real. Like you just mentioned it, the song with Flo. But wait a minute, what was the first single? Is it Hype Me Up?
The first single was Scared, Sped Up.
Okay. okay.
But and then we came with Meet Me in the 305.
Okay.
I got a song called Meet Me in the 305. It's a love letter to people to, like, man, come see us. You know, people come down here just to party and stuff, but nah, come see the people.
Yeah, come other side of the bridge.
Yeah, come see, like, this culture here. You know, come, you know, man, don't just come here and take pictures and use our backdrops, man. Come show love.
Yeah, come and go for yourself.
But definitely, and then we went Hype Me Up with Flo Rida.
Hey, I love that song. See, because the way that when Flo record, he like to get on your vibe.
Yeah.
See, he's the kind of artist that he could do anything. He versatile.
For sure.
But when people always ask me how much it costs to do a flow feature. You know what I'm saying? It costs him a second mortgage. So he gotta want to do the song.
Yeah.
So when he wants to do the song, he gonna jump on the artist vibe. So when I heard him, cause like I say, you have that Miami sound. When I hear him do the hype me up, hype me up, I say, what? I say, Flo, you sound like you're trying to get a record deal.
Yeah.
But you brought one of the best verses out of Flo in a long time.
Yeah,
you did.
man.
You really did.
Man, when I was recording it, I was here like late night, man. I was here and I did my verse. I thought he was asleep on the couch. I thought he was
He gonna get up
asleep,
and work.
but he was up. And then when I didn't have the hook yet, I just finished the verse. I was like, man, what you think we should do to the hook? And he like, man, he was mumbling something like, hype me up, hype me up. He like, man, but do it in your voice. So I did it. And then when I did it, that boy say, man, you like the hood Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's what he told me
He
before.
like the hood Michael Jackson. But it ended up being like 3, 4 in the morning. So I ended up leaving. I had to go to work in the morning.
Oh yeah, he gonna keep you till
But
8.
then I woke up to go to work by 7:30, and I had it in my iMessage. I had the song.
Oh yeah.
I say, oh.
Yeah, Zach sent it right to you.
I'm riding to it on my way to work. I'm riding to it. I'm sitting in the parking lot just bumping music loud. I'm like, oh boy, I ain't finna be here too long.
I got me a Flo verse,
Yeah.
boy. What?
But
And you got a
nah,
good
man.
song. That's a very good song. I love Hype Me Up.
For
I love
sure.
Meet Me in the 305 too. I love all that. Like I love the whole project. Like dog, you got one on your hands. But before we even close it out, cause I ain't gonna keep you till too much longer.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to tell the people that you got going? Anything that you got coming up?
Man, you know, we pushing Lifestyle right now, man. We pushing that album out in the streets right now. It's out in the world. You know, you gonna see me at more places. You know, I'm just repping the crib, man, but I'm taking the crib around the world.
Damn right.
You know, we got to show people that Miami is bigger than what they think.
Yeah.
You know, growing up here, they might just think, even as a black dude, man, they might just think violence, ghetto stuff. But now we finna take this thing around the world. We gonna show you how we get down. We fly. You know, we ain't countryed out. You know, we might have a little twang to our lip.
A little lingo. Just a little bit.
But nah, man, we handle business. You can invest with us. You can do business with us. You know, ain't no smut on our name, man. Dade County.
That's real. And you heard it here first. Just like that. My dog, Bushy B.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate your time, brother.
Appreciate your time.
And we're going to catch you on the next one.
This episode of Step Into My Office was filmed live on location at IMG Strong Arm Studios in Miami, Florida. Until the next time, stay locked in because this office never closes.